G'day, Mike from AMB. I've got a bike that's a little bit different to what we normally have being tested here at AMB. That's the Marin Gestalt X11, sent up from Bicycles Online. It's an adventure bike, so what's that mean? It's a good question. It's a bike for going on adventures, which is just about any bike, I guess. But in this case, most adventure bikes you're going to find something with drop handlebars, higher volume tyres than a road bike would have, a more upright geometry, usually disc brakes, and in the case of this one, a dropper post actuated where the left-hand shifter normally is. I did plenty of riding in this around and about, running errands and so on, but the question was, how was it going to go when you actually took it out, loaded up for a longer and harder day on the bike? So I had to find out. So the route I took was up over a mountain range, down the other side, along a valley and back over again. But it was all dirt roads or fire trail with only a tiny bit of trail in there. But I guess the thing is, did it work? I mean, it did. I had a lot of fun. I didn't have to get off and walk any climbs. I didn't have to walk any descents, but it certainly gave me an idea of what the benefits of this bike were and the limitations. I mean, let's be clear, it's got wider tyres that have a very small tread knob on them, and it's got a dropper post. It's not a mountain bike. This isn't the kind of bike to get to go mountain biking. At the same time, it does have drop handlebars. It's got a 42 tooth chainring and a 10 to 42 cassette at the back. So while it's got the drop bars that you think maybe make it look like a road bike or even a cyclocross bike, the single chainring and the wider gear range does have it a bit different to a road bike and probably more similarities with a cyclocross bike. But again, it's not a cyclocross bike. A cyclocross bike is designed to be quite aggressive in the handling, really fast moving between corners. This has actually got quite an upright riding position. So on this is a large, so it's got a 56.5 centimetre top tube, about a 100mm stem, and the bars are wide but are flared out. So when you're in the drops, you've actually got a wider stance than you might imagine for a road bike or drop handlebar bike. Combine that with a tall head tube, it's really comfortable and upright. That's probably a really key thing to think about for this bike. It is great for just getting out and about and seeing things. I had a great ride yesterday because I did get to take things at a slightly different pace. On the really easy sections, the smaller tyre actually spins really fast. So on the sealed road and on the dirt roads, it was a whole lot of fun just to pedal out on a nice winter's day. Where it was really steep going up, I found the 42 tooth single chainring. I was right on the limits of using that. But you know, that can be changed. That's easy to do, dropping it to a 40 or a 38 tooth. Similarly, the 37mm tyres, they don't come set up tubeless as stock, but the wheels are tubeless compatible, as are the tyres. Is it an adventure bike? Yeah, it is. I think any bike is great for adventure, and I think the Marin Gestalt is one of them. Marin have called this the Gestalt X11. They've got another Gestalt in the range which doesn't have some of the high-end components, but the word Gestalt essentially means something that's got a value or worth greater than the sum of its parts. Now, it's a bike that sells for $26.99, and that's from a direct-to-consumer outfit via Bicycles Online. I had a whole lot of fun on this bike. I didn't really think about the value of the bike, so to me, that's a mark of a good bike. It's something where you're not thinking about how much it's worth, but you're thinking about what it delivers to you. And if you're after a bike to take on some less serious off-road rides, or something that's going to be able to tackle the commute, tackle some fitness riding, and maybe do a great bike packing overnight trip, this is definitely worth a look. Highly recommended.